What I see workers facing in 2026 is that the jobs that they have and the expectations for them in their roles, those are shifting. And so it isn't necessarily that um, that what they already know is going to become irrelevant. It's more that they are expected to be able to do more by leveraging generative AI in particular, right? And so keeping the job you have, not necessarily looking for the next job, although plenty of people will be looking for the next job, keeping the job you have will require you to acquire some new skills. And that may be everything from using generative AI to do project planning, to think about data analytics, to summarize reports and things for you. Things that were part of your regular workflow that may have taken hours and hours can now be done in a much shorter period of time. So do you know how to use it effectively? Do you understand responsible use? And what are you going to do with the new gains in time that you have as a result of getting these new skills and implementing them in your job?
IBM recently did a survey with CEOs talking about how
Yes.
important these skills are and how they're going to implement them. What did you guys find?
Our Institute for Business Values did a survey of over 2,000 C-suite executives. More than 30% of people will need upskilling in the next 3 years. And they found that in order to maximize the impact of or capture the benefits, you have to upskill your employees, and they need to understand how it applies to their role. So what is it, not just generically, which is helpful at a foundational level, but in the flow of their work, how can they use it specifically, and what can they do to start to save time or, become more efficient or get more information about the kind of work that they do?
I remember having a conversation with someone and they said that companies are trying to figure it out themselves. How do they use this? And employees really want their bosses to tell them, here's how we use it.
So at IBM, we have a few ways that we are working on upskilling ourselves. We have the Watson X Challenge, where just about every IBMer around the world participates. We learn how to use our own technology to become more efficient in our daily work. We form teams. Those teams come up with project ideas. Most of those are, how can you do something better or differently at IBM? And then we start working on project plans. We do about a 3-hour learning plan that's required as the foundation for doing the project. And then projects are submitted, and those that are selected are actually given additional resources to develop further and to implement across the business. So there's something very exciting about learning the skills, thinking about how you'd apply them in your work, and then having the company really listen to the employees and think about how we can do things better at IBM. So it's a way to get employee engagement. It's a way to get people to really think about how they will apply the technology. And it's a way to have crowdsourced solutions. So that's how we do it. We do it with the Watson X Challenge. But people need to really start with, what are you solving? And I think part of the challenge that we see is people are starting with the technology and not starting with, what can I do better? What can I do differently? If I had more time, what would I do with it? I would do more, collaboration with my peers. I would do things that are more strategic, that I don't necessarily have time to do right now because I'm doing a lot of things that are sort of repetitive and ordinary or mundane tasks. So those are that's the low-hanging fruit. And if you can get the buy-in from your employees to think about that, then it starts to open up the doors to things that are much bolder that you can do, that are transformational kinds of things. But people need to understand the WIFM, what's in it for me, and why should I do this, right? You want them to do it because they see something that will benefit them, not just because they've been told they have to.
So people are a little bit afraid of the technology if they don't have firsthand knowledge of it. What is IBM doing to help people at least learn the basics?
Sure. We have our Skills Build program. It is free and accessible. You just go to skillsbuild.org, create an account, and start learning. We have AI fundamentals courses. We have courses on data analytics and cybersecurity and responsible technology. We also have workplace skills around presentation skills, project management, agile. All of those things are available for free. We want to make sure that people have both the technical skills and the workplace skills, because we always say the technical skills may get you the job, but the human skills, those workplace skills, are the things that will allow you to keep the job you have.